welcome to Shop Talk New Mexico. I'm Carson, and here with me is Lee Jaramillo, the owner and operator of Encased Memories. And we're going to be talking about Encased Memories and what it is that he does exactly. He's got quite a nice little shop here, and I'll get some panoramic views of that towards the end of this, and we'll make sure that we splice that into the video. But I wanted you to meet Lee Jaramillo. Lee, very nice to meet you.
Glad to meet you.
So you're a Navy vet, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. How long were you in?
22 years.
22 years. Well, thank you for your service, sir.
You're welcome.
How'd your experience in the Navy help to prepare you for what it is you do here?
Well, I mean, of course, when I was in the Navy, I worked with air crew survival equipment, and of course that had nothing to do with what I'm doing now. But after I retired from the Navy, I worked for a few cabinet shops, and that's when I learned the trade with wood. And then after that, we moved here to Albuquerque, and I worked for several companies here. And then I got interested in, doing laser work because they sent us to a show in Atlanta. And that's when I saw the lasers, and I saw several lasers from different companies. So I approached Epilogue, and I liked their technical support, and I can get parts because they're based out of Texas and Dallas. I mean Texas and Colorado, and every time I need a part or assistance, then it's really easy to get, But that's where I started.
So the show in Atlanta, or was it a show?
It was a machine show.
It was a machine show in Atlanta, and that was kind of what sparked your passion for lasers.
For lasers.
Oh,
yes,
wonderful! I've done a little bit of work with lasers. My brother has a glow forge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are pretty good.
I think it was a We Created. What it was. Nothing compared to what you've got here now. This is a CO2 laser. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Very nice. That's probably pretty high power. You can probably
pretty high.
Probably cut through some steel with
that.
Oh
no, I wish. No, it mostly just engraves and cuts.
Right.
Cuts, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Work since 2007. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wonderful. And you do also. I see you have a scroll saw and some other. What is your favorite thing to produce on your laser etcher?
Probably crosses and plaques. I make the large plaques, and I just made a real nice one with the horses running on the beach, and people really like those. And they take a while to produce because he does one line at a time. And but once it's done, I take it out, I sand it, and I put a nice finish on it, and it's ready to go.
Oh, wonderful! So, kind of walk us through the process of how you select a design or create a design, and how it goes from the raw material to the finished product that you're selling at the show.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'll start off on the computer, which I have there, and sometimes I do the designs myself, or sometimes I'll get designs from Etsy or clip art. And sometimes people that want to order something special, some custom made for birthdays, graduations, or whatever, they'll send me a photo or a design, and I put it on my computer, and then I set it up to where they want. I send them the proof, and if that's what they like, and then once I get it done to 100%, I send it to the laser, and it does its magic.
Oh, that's wonderful. Have you used any AI?
No, I haven't used AI yet.
You haven't?
No.
Are you planning to try?
Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once it gets perfected, like anything else.
Okay. So you and your wife are a team.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So how do you go about balancing the technical aspects of what you do to the artistic aspects?
After I finish a product, if it needs painting, I make sure I sand it, nice and smooth. So when my wife does the painting, and she uses those paint markers, and then I send them to her, so she'll sit in front of the couch watching the programs while she's painting the product, And then once she's done, I get it, and I either stain it, if it needs staining, and then I'll put a clear finish on it, and then I finish the product.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Very good. So at the craft shows,
Hmm.
what do you like best?
I think that what I like at the craft shows the best is meeting people and sharing ideas from other crafters, because now there's a lot of people that are buying lasers, and some people don't have the ideas like what I have, and I've been experienced, like I said, since 2007. So sometimes they'll come up to me and they'll say, well, what settings can I use to do this or do that? And so I'll show them. And there's a gentleman that was at the rail yards, and he just bought a laser, but he had no clue as to what the settings were. So he came over and we sat down and I showed him all the settings, and now he feels more comfortable, once I showed him all the settings.
Right. So you can bounce technical
Mm-hmm.
issues off of each other. Do you borrow from each other ideas and incorporate them into your own design process?
Sometimes I do, yeah.
Okay.
Because sometimes if I talk to other people that have lasers, they have a really good idea of doing certain things that I can't do. So we'll share ideas, and then sometimes I'll try it on my machine, and if it works, fine. If it don't, well, I'll try something else.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Um, what's been your biggest challenge?
Uh, my biggest challenge is probably getting ready for the next show, because sometimes if I sell a lot of product at one show, then I have to come home and create what I just sold and even more. Or sometimes I'll create other items or pieces that people want, custom pieces, and then I'll go from there. But that's my biggest challenge, is just getting ready for the next show.
Right.
Other than that, I just love creating and on my
Right.
computer. I just love creating
Oh,
that.
very good.
Yeah.
So you have some of these designs that you've created yourself, right?
Yes. Yes.
Like I'm looking at the one on the computer there
Mm-hmm.
with the eagle and the flag
Mm-hmm.
with the frame around it. Is that a
That's a
Lee Harmio
no,
original?
no. I purchased that design from Etsy, because Etsy has tons of designs. So I purchased a lot of designs from Etsy.
Okay.
The only time I really create something is if someone wants something special or custom, or sometimes I'll create it myself. And if it looks good, of course, I have to get my wife's approval. And
Sure.
then cause sometimes she helps me a lot on my design. She goes, "Well, you forgot to do this, or that doesn't look right." So we help each other out, and
Right.
it's
So
really nice.
you buy from Etsy.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if the people at Etsy are creating these using AI.
Could be. I'm not sure, but they have really nice designs. Really nice designs. And my wife, she'll be looking through Etsy, and she'll see a design, really nice design, and she goes, "Hey, look at this one. Should I buy it?" And I said, "Yeah, it looks nice. Go ahead."
Right.
you know. And
Yeah.
then I'll put it on my computer, and sometimes I'll change it a little bit or something. And if I don't like something, and or make it larger or smaller, and which I can do on the computer. And then once I get what I like, then I send it to the laser, and it creates it.
Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So, since 2007,
Uh huh.
when you first started this, what memory stands out in your mind as the most rewarding?
The most rewarding. Well, I guess when I went to the machine show in Las Vegas, I went up there by myself, because when I went to Atlanta, I saw the machine. So I went up there by myself, and I experienced all the machines, and I liked what they created. I liked what Epilogue created in front of me, and that's what got me interested in getting the Epilogue. And Epilogue is one of the top brands that I like, because of the technical support and the satisfaction I get from the laser. I mean, I've had this since 2007, and I've only replaced my CO2 tube one time. So,
Really?
so I've been lucky. I've been
Oh,
lucky.
very,
Yeah.
very nice. Very
Yes.
good. Um, so, any new projects that you're particularly excited about?
Uh, I do a lot of military, you know,
I've
uh,
noticed that.
and we used to do a show at the VA on Wednesdays,
No, they don't
and
have
they
that
don't have
anymore.
that anymore. And but we used to enjoy it, because I used to love when the veterans come out, and veteran to veteran, we just tell stories, and then they like my product. I create certain things for veterans, World War II, all the way up to Vietnam or whatever. And and then I make the product. I make them a plaque or whatever, or something that they can uh, have a keepsake to remember when they were in. And it hurt. I'm not hurts my heart, but it gets me here when I hear veteran stories. It's
Sure.
really really sad
Yes,
sometimes.
absolutely.
Yeah, but I like creating items for the military.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I saw your selection that you had
Mhm.
at the rail yard
Mhm.
show a couple of weeks ago when I first met you,
Right.
and I noticed that you had a lot dealing with the
Oh
military.
yes.
So
Yes.
I would imagine that veterans are a big part of your customer base.
Yes, they are. Yes, they
So
are. Yes, they are. And I've done stuff for veterans from other places, and a lot of my friends, they've ordered stuff from me, just like if they're air crew or pilots or whatever, and they send me just a drawing of what they'd like, so I create it on the computer, and then once I create it, I send it proof to them, and if they like it or they don't want to make any changes, then they do it then, and they send it back to me. And says, "Oh, that looks perfect," so I'll make it for them and send it to mail.
oh
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
yes, absolutely. So so Lee, tell me, what's the largest piece you've ever worked on?
The largest piece I worked on was I was hired by a company I used to work for, and because I used to run the CNC machines, and of course that's how I learned how to work with lasers. And they asked me if I could do a doors for the UNM golf course, and I said sure, but I didn't realize how big they were going to be. So I had to cheat on my machine to be able to make it. So they send me different photos of what they wanted, on the doors, and so I did a few samples. I took them back to them, and they picked the one they wanted. So they sent me all the doors, and they were pretty big doors, just enough to fit in that machine. So I engraved the UNM logo on it, the like
Yeah, the
logo,
wolf. Yeah.
the wolf,
Huh?
and then had UNM on it and everything.
Sure.
And it was for the doors at UNM golf course,
Oh, very
for the
nice.
lockers. Yeah, that was
Very nice.
the largest one I've done. Yeah,
So a commercial
a
job.
commercial job.
All right.
I do
Sounds
those every
good.
once in a while. Yeah.
So that leads me to my next question when you talk about laser etching doors.
Hmm.
So it doesn't have to be small enough to fit in your laser machine. Is that
Not necessarily.
okay?
I can adjust it, by opening this door here,
Right.
and then I have to put super magnets to kind of cheat a little bit,
Right.
and then if it's big enough, sometimes I have to do it in two phases, so I have to turn the door around, so I know exactly where to start, and
Oh, okay.
to end. Yeah,
Okay. Because
yeah.
I know a funeral director
Mm-hmm.
who has I guess it's a freestanding sort of laser,
Uh huh.
shoots down, but it's not in a box.
Hmm.
And he uses it to laser etch caskets.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes. So he does laser etching on
Yeah.
caskets.
Wow.
And just a little business idea for
Uh
you
huh.
there if you're interested.
Well, I
So,
actually I do urns.
do
I
you?
do. I've done urns for people, their husbands or whoever, and I do it where it's sealed.
Sure.
Once they put the ashes in there, they
Right.
seal it,
And then you etch it.
and well, I etch it
Oh,
first.
you etch it
Yeah,
first. Okay.
I'll do a photograph of the person that passed away, and then I'll put any sayings or something that they really like that they can memorize it. You know, and they really like it. And I've done pet urns, for
Oh, very
people's
nice.
pets.
Yes.
So I pretty much do anything, any
Oh,
any
very
any
good.
design. I can create anything.
Well,
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
yeah.
So I asked you about the largest thing
Hmm.
you've ever etched. What about the smallest thing?
The smallest, probably the really small crosses that you can hang
Okay.
on a chain. Those about the smallest. I was asked from a girl that worked for Mayor Keller to do pins, lapel pins,
Okay.
and so she sent me something that was similar to what they wanted. So I created it on my computer, kind of more or less designed it. But the only problem I had with that, it was too small because when I put the letters in Americolor, it was you wouldn't be able to see it, you know.
Got it.
So that one I couldn't do. Yeah.
Okay.
It all depends on how much there is on that
Oh, sure.
design.
Yeah. Got to have some surface area to
Right.
work with.
Exactly.
Sure. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. So let's go on a little tour of your shop here.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. Appreciate it.
That's my laser.
This is your laser.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I get an up close look at it?
Sure can.
All right.
Let me open it up. That is something I was working on earlier.
Oh, okay.
And this here, of course, is the mirror.
Right.
It goes back and forth or forward. But
very nice.
And I could set it, it goes all the way down, so I can do something really thick too,
So I'm taking it by those shapes there that you were doing something having to do with balloons.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Balloon Fiesta coming up.
All right, yeah.
I have to get a special kind of a spray and spray over it. And what it does, it burns the image onto the metal, and then I wipe off that chemical and it leaves the image. But I can't cut or engrave on it. Yeah.
So do you need to use the scroll saw here, or do you use
the scroll saw? The only time I use that is if I have to cut, because my laser will only cut up to 1/4 inch. So anything thicker, I have to cut my scroll saw. So I use that to like in crosses and stuff like that.
Right, right. Well, very nice. I like all of this. This is very good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video now. Well, that's it for today's episode. Join us next time, where we're not exactly sure who we're going to be talking to, but we'll let you know ahead of time. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join us every time we have a video. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. Appreciate it.